Alright. Let's not dawdle. Oh. I thought I would have to fly there, that's why... Never mind. Never mind. Oh, where's my water? There's my bag. My backpack, which contains my container of water. So that I may consume the living liquid. There we go. We must leave now to convene with Eorzea's leaders, and it may be some time before I return to Doma. Hakuro, I leave you in command. My lord. I shall assemble an advance party with all haste and join you in Alamigo forthwith. I just received word from Lise. The Alliance has established a base camp near Alamigo's northeastern border. Once we arrived in the locks, we'll report to Resistance officer stationed in Porto Pretoria, who will point us in the right directions. So I'll keep them waiting. Porto Pretoria. Whoops, hee hee. Ah, you must be the Scion party I was told to look out for. If you follow me, I'll take you directly to the Alliance headquarters. Ooh. Voiced. I do be a little sleepy.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Hien. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, while our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news...
He's in a coma.
So, Alphino won't wake up. Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal. Getting back to your report, are we sure this BlackRose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge, But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varys Zos Galvus would be attending.
His Radiance.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varys did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
God, Lise, you know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it. Very well. I shall attend as the Scions representative.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
Well, considering I'm half Garlean, and he would no doubt know who I am and my lineage. At least I'm not being called two-toned bastard. I'll be there.
That's settled then. We don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand will make all the difference.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
The Eastern Alliance, Gridania, Lenosha, Ulda, Ishgard, and Alamigo. All united. Well, I don't suppose it's polite to keep an Emperor waiting too long, shall we? Parley with the Emperor.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us. But you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Your Radiance, I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. A 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end. Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garlemald too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of Ceruleum and the subsequent development of Magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers? I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the 12's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
As Mistress Alisaie says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future. Emperor Varys, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
Oh boy. So I just want to say real quick, these models exist in game. Square, can I craft these, please? Can I craft these? Can I craft those? Can I craft those flags in the background, please? Yes, please. Please. Square. Please. 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 Square. Can I make these chairs? Square, please. Actually, this is giving me some ideas. Alize. This really is not my forte. After his radiance, his little performance, it was all I could do not to swear at him. Honestly, don't know how I ended up playing the mediator. I just asked myself, what would Alphino have done? I tried my best to do the same, but by some miracle it worked. Really is no common ground to be found with that man, nor did he look for any. So the question becomes, what did he come here to do? Because you may be certain it wasn't to make peace. Whatever it is, I can't make it out. Not yet, at least. Do have a little time before the parley is due to reconvene, though, so why not try to consult our illustrious leaders? Maybe they might have some insight to share. His parley was never like to bring peace, but I had hoped to learn something of Emperor Varus' relationship with the Ascians. Oh shit, I haven't done Embark in forever. As had we all. Yet if he is in league with them, he is not like to volunteer the fact. If he is not, how much weaker would his position seem for their presence? If we are to broach the particular subject, we will need to be subtle. Would I knew more of the man? If you will indulge me, Lord Hien, you received an imperial education, did you not? Is it true the Emperor's will is considered absolute? There is no higher authority in all of Garlemald, nor else in the heavens, come to that. Veneration of the gods is forbidden, the only worship permitted is that of His Radiance's own person. That suspiciously sounds like a religion in itself. And I'm from Garlemald. I share your disdain for the hypocrisy, even as they denigrate the idea of faith, they revere their leader with the fervor others reserve for the divine. This is a flaw too common to doctrine they fed us, logical on the surface perhaps, but contradictory upon closer examination. Whatever discussion of the various discrepancies might prompt Varus to reveal something. 12, have mercy, but for Lady Alize's timely interjection, we might have come to blows at the negotiating table. I mean, you had me here. Could put an end to the war right away. Note that Emperor Varus left us great many options. Is unconditional surrender all he will accept, do you think? Oh, not that. He is... Oops. I read that as note, not. He arrived. I have said yes, but having heard him speak, I cannot help but think he came to some other end in mind. Exactly. He's building up to something. I know it. How should we approach the rest of the parley? Have you anything to say, Warrior of Light? Yeah, no, let's not bring that up. Just invite him to explain himself. You believe he's more apt to reveal the truth if we put him at his ease? Mayhap you're right. Thank you, Niran. He's not like to be like, I don't have to tell you anything. We are at a parley, and if it's something we wish to know that may change our minds, he will have to speak it. If he doesn't, then he's hiding something and negotiations are like to fail. I will say one thing for this Varus, he's well versed in Eorzean history. His interest in our affairs is that of a beast and its prey. The conqueror would know his enemies. All should know their enemies. There's much more we do not know of the Empire. Then it's up to us to change that, here and now. You would have me ask the Emperor himself. Well, mayhap there is some wisdom in that. If we can skirt the storm of his displeasure, we may yet come to our answers. Even if it does mean sailing close to the wind. Spoken with everyone then? Good. Now all that remains is to await the pleasure of the Emperor. Hope we fare better at the second attempt.
Now then, who would have the floor?
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affairs surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons posed to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Baron said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Lamp.
Finally, you ask the right question. I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more. No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
What in Rulga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the Great Sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds?
I have heard this tale of the Source and its reflections before.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing. But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
What?
Yes. My grandsire, the former Emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace?
Your peace is a lie. Your master's demons.
I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard. An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate. I bid you join me, not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable. Unconscionable.
I'm Spartacus.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together, that we might take fate into our own hands.
You know, he could have just said, no, I don't want to trigger a half-dozen calamities, guys. I just want to stop the Ascians, too. And then everyone would be like, yeah, sure, well, cool, why not? But he's like, nah, let us come together once again as we once were. The Ascians' plan, but I'll make it my plan.
Into your hands, perhaps. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
My track record for killing Ascians is currently at Nabrialis, Igiorum, La Habrea. 3.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler? The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
Ooh, burn.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
Your radiance, you know me. A proud son of Garlemald. Of Garlean and Viren. And you know damn well what the Second Legion stands for. I cannot condone such a loss of life.
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages. This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
I came back to find Doma's advance party ready and waiting for battle, so as worrying as our little chout the Emperor was, it did buy enough time for at least some of our allies to arrive. Alright people, get ready. We're about to enter one hell of a scuffle. And it's gonna be quite the kerfuffle.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Ascians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Doma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
If the Garleans come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Here!
The two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
After coming this far, how could I not? And for once, there's no one around to countermand me. Not that they would. Not even my brother. But we all know who really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
You know it.
I wouldn't want to be on their side.
They'll wish me they had me on their side.
To accompany the Dorman contingent. They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands.
I leave field commanding in your capable hand. Sorry.
Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come. May the crystal guide us to victory!
Ah! Ready for this, Alizé?
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphinaud wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it. It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right. So please, don't you dare leave me alone. No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
I promise, Alize. The giblet. Oh, right. Doink, doink, doink. Doink, doink. Ding, ding, doink. Bing, bing. Boink. Da 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 da. A little bit of a stat boost. Fighting through the trenches. Oh, no loot. Let's go the oversized tin can. Ow. Come on. Give me armor. Armor good. It's really leaking everywhere. See the troopers. Well, I guess they are paratroopers. I was gonna say the troopers parachuting in, but that makes them paratroopers. Come on. Armor.
I shan't hold back!
Lise, Pippin. Nope, no scan for you. Oh, get him, guys. Man, I really wish I could get this as a mound if it wasn't locked behind the feast. That mess. Uh-oh. Ooh. Hey, these aren't half bad. Except for the fact that it's clipping through the armor here. But it is fending gear.
You underestimate me.
Now let's get them off Kane.
This knight does not yield!
Pippin! Pippin? Lise! That's a bigger one. It's going to blow. No, it's not. These savages bested our vanguard. Impressive. But in the end, they are only that. Savages. Now let us be brief. His radiance awaits. Well, well, well. Anya and Julia, the Emperor's personal attendants. Ow. You missed. Few are they who have witnessed this twice. I kind of want to see what Imperial Authority is. But it's probably going to kill me. Can't risk it. Can't risk it for the biscuit. We have served our purpose. Come, we shall withdraw for now. Oh wait, they're wearing helmets. Quick, say something else. Flashbang. Ah, my eyes. I forgot they were wearing helmets the whole time. I should have been speaking into a cup. Armor. Jacket of aiming. Ooh. Ooh. Not bad. How does it die? Oh, oh. Oh, that's... Oh, even white, it's good. Ooh. Oh. Very nice. I have to start grinding this place out for stuff. Oh, a new member joined. Gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it. Nope, gotta do it. Gotta do it real quick. Gotta do it real quick.
I dare say they'll be reeling from this.
You were truly inspiring in battle, my friend. I'm determined not to be outdone, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
Oh, dang, I didn't see if there was anyone standing around like Alizé. Oops.
We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance. Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
Yeah, we had a hell of a first start.
The light will expunge all life. Only you can forestall the calamity. Throw wide the gates.
No! 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 Not like...
Alizé. Alizé?
Oh no. Don't tell me. Are you all right?
I'm fine, splitting headache as usual, but...
Quickly! We must get her back to the encampment.
So the Garleans have been routed, have they? Well done. Though this exchange was no more than a test of our strength, like as not. We won't be taking any chances now the Emperor has joined the fray. They'll want to take their time, whittle down our defenses. Still, with your help and that of the Eastern allies, we passed the first test. Our line is unbroken. As for Alizé, well, she's in good hands over at the infirmary. My lord, the Caragins have completed their examinations of Mistress Alizé, and as we feared, she is locked in slumber without any outward cause. Damn it. Just like the others. Damn it all. The Garleans picked a fine time to come knocking. 5 scions incapacitated, and with the enemy at our doorstep, I cannot spare the men to assist in the search for a cure. The best I can do is see that Alizé is escorted safely back to the Rising Stones. Your and I will return to our encampment. The main contingent of our forces from the far east is under sail. They must all be made ready for their arrival. I'll not keep you then. Stay safe, Ian. You giddy. Judging by the Garlean's recent movements, or lack thereof, they won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should return to the Rising Stones. Given the plight of your fellow scions, I can understand you feel on edge. But you know, no good to anyone without rest. I'll be back, Ralvon. Beep, 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 beep. Hey, Hori. Oh, shit, what was Hori's voice again? Niran, welcome home. Word has it that you and Mr. Salisay gave the Garleans quite a thrashing. Speaking of whom, where is Mr. Salisay? I was certain she would have returned by now. Yeah, about that. Unfortunately, the voice struck again, and Alisay was next to be taken. By the 12, not her 2. Oker and I will head ready the infirmary for her arrival. She will also need to send a we will also need to send a message to Tataru post haste. Whether I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. And with you too, for that matter. It grieves me to report that the Archon's conditions remain unchanged. As we speak, Colton A. Kryl and Master Matoya continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You are still hale and whole, after all. Though I suspect you will be tired from your journey, you should rest, my friend. Leave the worrying to us, for the time being at least. Thanks, Boulder. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away. Ah, Niran, yours is a welcome face indeed in these troubled times. Although if you've come to inquire about our stricken brothers and sisters, I'm afraid I've not to report. Colton and the others continue their tireless search for answers, and I too have done all in my power to assist them. Alas... my apologies for the intrusion. I was told Master Alphino had been right because the condition had improved. Voices... Maxima! Master Niran, I had heard about your part played in driving back the Empire's forces. Thank you. That you were able to stop them, if only for a short while, gives me hope. Why? I realize how strange such words must come, sound coming from a Garlean's lips, but I speak them out of love I bear for my homeland, because I wish to see an end to the bloodshed. That is why I chose to share all that I know with the Alliance, though I will surely be branded a traitor and join the club. I'm content to bear the ignominy. 'Twill seem a small price to pay if it helps prevent this conflict from escalating any further. But enough of my prattling. War is not what brought me all this way. I came to see Master Alphino. An acquaintance of Niran and Alphino, are you? Well, far be it from me to turn away good company. If you'll follow me, sir. When word reached me that Alphino had returned, it seemed only right that I visit him. Poor lad, it pains me to see him thus, but I take solace in the knowledge that he is safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn. The populares could not have wished for a more committed ally. I know not how he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. On an unrelated note, you may be interested to know that I traveled here in the company of another acquaintance of yours. Who else? He awaits my return at North Silvertier, and I'm certain he would be glad to see you. Assuming you can spare the time, that is. Huh. Alright, I'll be back, Boulder. Another ally, and he can't wait to... Oh, I was about to say, what the hell is floating up there? He can't wait to meet me. And who is he talking about? Sid? It is Sid. Ah, there you are. I was waiting to think you would not come. Sounds like you've been through the mill. You should have called me. Though I must confess, tracking down missing souls isn't exactly within my field of expertise. As you may have surmised, I heard much of Master Garlean growing up in Garlemald. Indeed, he's long been a source of an inspiration to me. Most Garleans would say he's a traitor, that he turned his back on his country. We of the populace consider him a revolutionary. A man willing to defy the Empire's dreams of subjugation, that his inventions might bring about a better future for all mankind. Please, revolutionary is a term best reserved for my work. I am but an Imperial defector who thought to aid another Imperial defector. Whatever Master Garlean says, I am humbled to find myself in such distinguished company. Speaking of distinguished company, we've heard from Relwan that you ran into an old friend in the burn. Is it true? Gaius still lives? Aye, the Black Wolf stalks again. Like most in the army, I never had the privilege of seeing Legatus without his mask. To think I walked halfway across the burn in the presence of the Black Wolf. He claimed to have severed ties with the Empire to hunt Ascians, did he? Huh. As is humbling at the Praetorium, one would think he'd have good sense to stay dead. Should we meet again, or should I tell him so? Commander Alden also spoke of the Alliance meeting with the Emperor, though I still labor to believe what he told us. Did his ratings really claim that Garlemald was founded by the Ascians? Unfortunately, it's true. That is madness. The very notion is absurd. Every fibre of my being rails against it, and yet I see there's no escaping the truth. From the very founding of my homeland, my brothers and sisters laid down their lives in service to a lie. The Ascians must be stopped. To save our people. To save all peoples. I'm gonna alter lines. So it's not like, oh, my people the Garleans. It's our people the Garleans, because you're a Garlean too. For all the Empire's many crimes, even I did not suspect. Had I known, it would have left a lot sooner. But as in the past, here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how the Empire's ambitions may be thwarted, not only in the Eorzea, but in the Far East as well. The Ironworks will spare no effort to achieve the end. Serious war was a good start, but we can do more, and we will. We'll show them what it means to freedom through technology. Begging your pardon, I bear a message for the Warrior of Light. Speak. Commander Alden requests your presence at the Alliance headquarters in Alamigo. You will discuss matters of strategy at your earliest convenience. Oh yes, the inevitable messenger. It wouldn't be long before duty called you away. Time no doubt being on the essence. Can I tempt you to ride aboard the Excelsior? If there's a faster way to arrive on side, I will personally apologize to Commander for keeping him waiting. Hey, he painted flames on the side of it. That makes it go faster. Painting flames on the side of something is a scientific proven fact that it goes faster. Really, you couldn't take us to the battlefield? You had to drop us off here? So every time you board my airship, you seem to be barreling headlong into danger, and every time you somehow contrive to emerge victorious, which of course is an admirable skill. But no one is invincible, Niran, not even you. So please take care of yourself out there. I pray you remain safe on the front lines. Though ill-equipped to join the fray, I shall do all I can to assist from headquarters. My colleagues and I have been tasked with evacuating casualties by air. See that you're on among them, eh? Gentlemen? Yes, take me to Commander Alden. Gonna eat some more food. You're here. Good. I summoned you to discuss strategy, but first I would apprise you of the Garlean's movements. Yes, several cutscenes will play in sequence. I'll keep it normal for a challenge.
There have been several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow. We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly. As to why that might be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald.
The second legion's holding them back. We're coming, sir, ever slowly. We're just making sure that all the new magitech we're making is going to not blow up in our face.
In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east!
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Zenos. Lord Heian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they? Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight?
They're gonna send that faker in. So long as you leave the Ascian to me, that is.
He may not die as such, but to see Lord Zenos fall on the battlefield would deal a heavy blow to Imperial morale. I'll see to it the men stay clear.
Why won't they open? Please, I bid you open.
Ow.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're in a fit state to do this?
I'm the only one who can do it.
May Ralga grant us strength. Give 'em hell, lad. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. Meanwhile, good miles away. I would say thousands of miles, but it's not really thousands of miles. Okay, we got a combo, second wind, the dot, and the dash.
Ready?
Oh, nice. So, these are those still willing to stand against the Crown Prince. Interesting. I'm not gonna talk with this. The Warrior of Light has left the Alliance headquarters. Let's put an end to this here and now. Do you truly believe that possible? Then let us test the best limits of this Garlean vessel. Well, those guys are down and or dead. A formidable foe, but we've come too far to fail now. Soon I shall give lies to man's indomitable spirit. The Warrior of Light is still nowhere in sight. I'm working on it. Look, see, it says timely arrival. Strength, my friends. Do not, will not do the nearer to ride to find this broken and battered. Fight and struggle if that is your wont. You will not escape your fate. Our fate is not for you to decide. Enough. You will learn your place. Behold, a taste of my true power. What sorcery is this? Look upon me, I no Habakiri, and know the depths of your folly. Oh no, you don't!
Here it comes!
Lise! Ow. Lise, no, what have you done? You bring all to bed, and so must we.
Shinobi's power. The art of my forebears.
Well done dispelling his phantoms, now we must hurry to protect Lise. Now. So you still choose to struggle against the inevitable. The Warrior Light is but a few hundred moments away. I am running as fast as I can. We may be on the back foot, but it's not over yet. If we at least hold out until Neon arrives, I'm sure we can turn this around. Thank you, Lise. He comes, does he? Then I need not waste my time on you. Okay, now if it's gonna switch to like cutscene talk, I can use a cup. Unless they speak.
You get it!
Damn you!
No one likes you anyway. Gotta make it, gotta make it, gotta make it.
Magic? With a Garlean body? That's hardly fair. Still, he must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Bringer of light. It has been too long. No words to mark our reunion? So be it. Equilibrium must be restored, and only your death will redress the balance.
No words for you, Ascian. In coming battle, you will fight as yourself. We will suffer your interference no longer. You think you know the power, know the talk, but I will show you the true nature of our power. Potential of this vessel is transcendent, without limit. Ow. How did I get zapped? It's cheating. You are strong, bringer of light, but her blessing will avail you not. To adjust the balance, to ensure the salvation of the star, you must fall. Impossible. How has you grown so powerful in the gift? I'm doing a poor impression of Elizabeth doing Zenos. So I'm not giving it my all here. No matter, you may have bested La Havre, but I will not be cast aside so easily. How did that still zap me? I was nowhere near it. He's cheating. See, Notiveless is a cheater. Almost got him.
I see.
The hell, I put you down.
Your mother chose her champion well. Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
No. Seriously now? Come on, shut up.
Someone calls to you.
Just give me a minute, don't go away. You wanna give me a minute? Oh man, am I dead? This is the afterlife. It's pretty nice looking, but
at last, I found you.
You're the voice.
Please, there's no cause for alarm.
I'm about to get sliced in half in the middle of a battlefield, and you suck my soul's friends out. There's a lot for alarm at the moment.
Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to lead. But the place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength.
Yeah, well, listen, man. Cool, I'll help you later, but you have to send me back now. I am in the middle of a literal war.
The battle is over, the danger past. But your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts. One which I pray will help you on your journey. All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest.
Fine.
Soon, we will throw wide the gates. And the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
Wait, you didn't tell me who you are. Oh, my head. My everything. Ugh. Ow. God. The hell happened? Am I an I guess I am an Ishgard.
You're awake. Thank heavens.
Oh, there's a pretty face for sore eyes. Care to fill me in? So what happened?
Do you recall the confrontation with Zenos? You were the first to come to the aid of Mistress Lys and the others on the front line.
Yeah, and I beat him. For a second.
In the midst of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons.
Well, who?
Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont. Estinian never was one for emotional farewells.
Huh. I was wondering where he's been.
Though Zenos bested all before him, the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies. Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial Court. This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Zenos appear to have abandoned the fight.
Oh, I guess rumors finally spread about some demon parading around in Zenos' skin.
A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times.
But the others. And the voice. What are the others?
Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now. You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you. Leave this fight to us, my friend. You have earned your rest. But before I forget, I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke. A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you. Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon, under happier circumstances.
Yeah. Good luck out there. Home, huh? Meanwhile, thousands of miles away? Oh, no. Oh, God. Well, this is a most unexpected surprise, so I thought you confined to bed. When I heard that you had collapsed on the field of battle, I confess I feared the worst. But with you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Thanks, Fury. Thank you, Lord Edmund. As long as we have you, Master Luciferius, history suggests we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the war's efforts can already be felt here, even in Ishgard. In anticipation of need for reinforcements, R2IL will be departing for the front lines with a contingent of our finest knights. I would advise that you stay until your strength has returned, but I know it would be an exercise in futility. Indeed, I suspect you have already decided on your next destination. Dark days lie ahead, of that I have no doubt, but the light of hope shall ever guide our steps, as long as we have the will to press onward. And press onward we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances. Farewell, Lord Edmund. All the scions. And Tataru.
By the 12! I don't believe it!
Oh, don't cry, Tataru.
I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapse like the others. What in heaven's name is going on?
Well, we might finally have an answer. Towards the Crystal Tower, he told me to go. I met with the voice. In a very inopportune time.
Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. Oh, well, that's helpful. And what else did he say? The better path leads to him? If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him.
Oh, gee, I didn't even think about that.
The fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Zenos comes back... Thancred, Yestola, Urianger, Alphino, Alize. You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him.
Hey, come on, I had the fight.
I forbid you from going to face him on your own, do you hear me?
But I... Okay, I promise.
So if you must leave, go and find the others. Bring them home.
Hey, Tataru. I'll bring them back, I promise.
As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right? But how are you to find it, now that the tower has been sealed shut?
Oh, shit, you're right.
There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid and the researchers of St. Coinac's Find. Don't you worry, we'll find that beacon for you.
Meanwhile, thousands of miles away, I will make this joke until my dying breath. Wah 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 wah. Do 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 da 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 da.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home? I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. But what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eorzea's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
A minor setback. He will not escape me again. Where is your grandsire? I would have words with him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Ascians do.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril.
This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious.
Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of BlackRose upon your order.
That's a face only a mother could love. Oh, wait. Am I in credits? Yes. Skip. I knew you'd be alright, and to celebrate your return, I made you this. A brand new traveling outfit. Oh, I do hope it fits. Oh, but now it's not the time to fuss over your measurements. I must go and speak to researchers St. Koinak's find. You go and rest while we track down that beacon. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away. Team killing.
My enemy. My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
Yeah, this kind of makes me think. Would if he got there to the fight, would he help us? Would he would have been like, no, I will stab him.
Bloody savages!
Well, there goes the element of surprise, buddy.
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised. May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
Alright then. Let's start looking. In the midst of a requiem of our heroes, a voice rings out across time and space. In the fields of tranquil light, sow you seeds of darkness. Bah! Spoilers. Alright, oh god, finally we're here. We made it. We finally made it to Shadowbringers. setbacks and missed streams and planning to deal with these things, which I'm going to cut this one out. And nah, I'm probably going to do this one. Maybe. No, I've technically already done it. So I'm not going to do it again. I am going to do this. And I'm going to do the Eden raids. Not going to do the Pandemoniums because this is recent content, which I've already done. And once I've reached the appropriate time, I will publicize those parts. And if I still have time before early access, oh yeah, as soon as early access kicks off, I am going in hard and mastering Viper. Saturday I will start the main scenario, but I have to reach 91 first. Yeah. Next week we start Shadowbringers. We work our way through, then we work our way through Endwalker. Well, we don't work our way through all of Endwalker. We work our way through part 1 and part 2. And then we're done. Because I've already got part 3 stuff done and part 4, which is recent. But, yeah. Alright, that's gonna be it. Soon, I will don the Dark Knight glam. And I will get to my final haircut before DawnTrail. Good night, everybody.